All right. Happy Monday, everybody. I know I've been doing a lot of streaming lately. I really hadn't planned on doing this one here. Um, but I was sort of poked and prodded to, because everybody who does, who hits a milestone like 1,000 subscriber or monetize, they always throw a party. So, I wasn't planning on doing that, doing the party, but, I was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Um, and then I was actually I thought about that, and then I was thinking about the Bud Files, and they hit 1,000. They hit 1,000 before me, and Anthony's got 704 subs. He is on a roll. Uh, um, uh, so I hadn't planned on it, but someone poked me, said, "Hey, go ahead and do it." And so I was watching the Bud Files, and I loved how they turned their celebration into a massive 3 hours shout out. Uh, they shouted out everybody. Hey, Eric, how are you, sir? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I had. Hey, Maverick. Yes, congratulate you once again on 500. You are above 500, right? Let me know if if you're underneath it. Let me know. We'll fix that. Hey Ant, how are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Um, so I listened to the Bud Files. They did a massive shout out. I thought that was so cool. I really did. Hey Charles, how are you? Steven, what's going on? Sweet. That's what we like to hear, Maverick. That's what we like to hear. And while we're giving congratulations out, our friend Steven and his co-host, co-pilot, Miss Boomstick, they just recently celebrated their 100th episode of House of Horrors last Saturday. A good time was had by all. Highly recommend going back to the replay. He has several celebrity guests drop by for the House of Horror podcast. So he is onward to bigger and better things. And he himself just hit 500 not that long ago. So congratulations to that for Steven. I don't know what to do for this. I was going to take notes on do a celebration because my buddy JT said, "Hey, I'm doing a 400 celebration party on Sunday. I'm going to be on for hours. I want you to come by and say hi." And I said, "That's a good idea because I don't know how to do a show. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?" So I headed on over to JT's place, but JT wasn't there. I was like, what the hell did you do? I was like, JT, where is the gnat? Bring me the gnat. Uh, you got COVID. Oh, gosh. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Thank you so much. Hi, Diane. How are you? Well, I guess you're here to take notes from me, JT, because I don't know what I'm doing. I was dependent on you. I was going to see how you handled it. JT Horror Discussion recently crushed 400 subs. He also did the first interview with Amy Donald from Megan. He did the first interview with her on his channel. Sensational booking. Um, Glad I was able to impart 2 cents of wisdom to that show. Just I was awesome, man. You did a great job. Oh, speaking of special guests, I think we have special guests. Uh, ta-da!
Hello.
We have special
Where,
guests as well.
where's the
That's right.
chocolate
This is
covered
not a question
pizza?
for us. Yeah, this is Monday, right?
Yeah, but I figured why
Because
not? I got a little
I
bit
don't
of
want you
energy
to
in me.
I don't want you to get confused from tomorrow.
Okay, it's not Tuesday. What?
I knew it. I knew it. Yes, that's right. Yes, Doug and Ava Potterfield just celebrated their 1,000. They are rolling. Wow, they are rolling. Oh, thank you
That's
so
good.
much.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dan. Oh, thank you, Echo. I have no idea what to do. I just want to start saying thank you to everybody. We should say thank you
Well,
to everybody. We need to, because
you
I
should. I
mean we
mean,
wouldn't be.
the people that helped you, you know. So people
God,
who subscribe to
I'll
your
be here the
channel and
rest of the
stuff.
night. I'll be here the rest of the night. There's so many
The
people
list
here
of
I
the
could see.
cheetah.
That's right. Thank you so much. Hell yeah! Look at the Facebook is in effect. I love that. I love that. We're
Oh,
dual streaming.
cool.
We're doing something new. We're dual streaming.
Oh, awesome.
So we're doing the show here on Facebook, here on YouTube, and also on Facebook. So this is super cool. Steven, it works. Yes. Me and Steven from House of Horrors, we've been talking about this. We were inspired to do dual streaming by our friend John Henderson, Doomsday Crypt. We noticed that he'd been doing it to great success. So we said, we need to follow that guy. Not only do we need to follow Doomsday Crypt and doing this, but we also need to make him say Spookala like 20 times over. And we will do that. Hi, Angela. Thank you so much. Now JT's the one going to be taking notes. Holy shit!
Hey, man.
All right, I'm gonna remember that, JT. I'm gonna come for you, buddy. I'm gonna be there at your 400th, and we're gonna party like rock stars.
Hey, the class is in session.
Yeah,
The cheetah's your teacher.
that's right. Me and Echo Zero. We will be here tomorrow night. As a matter of fact, me and Echo, we will be doing an interview together. Hi, Tristan. How are you? Glad you're here. Yeah. Well, we will be ready for that. We will be ready for that. Yeah, you and I are going to be talking tomorrow. I'm going to be asking you questions, but tonight we're just going to be kicking back and saying hi to everybody rolling in the chat, and thank you to them. I'd like to say Angela has been a guest on 8 Questions with. Thank you, Angela, twice. JT has also popped up with yours truly, the cat and the gnat. Hopefully we can do something like that again soon. And there is Carol, Michigan Carol. Thank you so much. Jump on. Let me send you. I'll send you the link.
I think I'm an 80s movie kick or something. I ordered 4, non-horror 80s movie, which one of them baffled my mom because I'm naming them off and I go, was it Romancing the Stone? And she's like, why'd you order that?
Why not? That's a really good movie.
I don't think she would believe that I would own something, let actually watch that, let alone own it. But I have seen it. It's been a long, long time.
Hey, Star-Lord, how are you? Yeah, that's a great movie. I love that movie. I love both of them. Romancing the Stone and Romancing the Nile. Yeah.
They wanted to do a third one, but
Kathleen Turner won't be able. No, neither one can do it. They would have to be like, kids or grandkids or something like that. Yeah, they couldn't do that. Kathleen Turner, I really enjoyed her a lot. Jewel of the Nile.
Have you seen the trailer for Indiana Jones 5?
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'm gonna wait for the library for that one. I'm gonna remember Indiana Jones as top of his game,
and not the one with Shia LaBeouf. He's got a son.
Let's see. We have gotten some action in the Facebook stream. So let me go over there and check that out because that is like so cool now. It's like, what? It's actually working. So I definitely want to go and say hi. Hi, David. How are you? And Mariano is popped in to say hello. And of course, Angela's there again. Thank you again, Angela. Mariano Solino, my first composer on 8 Questions with. Fantastic musician, by the way. Fantastic musician. Wow. Now I gotta split up twice. So I gotta keep my eye.
I'm seeing the Facebook comments on StreamYard.
Yeah, they're saying Facebook. That's how I know when someone has said hi, so I can go over there and
it's just so you know who's saying them.
Yeah. Whoops. Okay, so I gotta take off my charger. My charger gets all goofy my charger acts real goofy when I have it plugged in. The gnat is in the house. The gnat. is here.
Hey, JT.
Hi.
Hey, Echo. Hey, Pat.
Well, I hope the Nat is still a nickname. If it's not, I'll bury it. But
It'll always be a nickname, man.
okay, I wasn't sure. Hi Jamie, how are you?
I wasn't missing this for anything, man. I started feeling like shit Saturday night, and then after that, and I woke up the next morning like feeling like death. I said I got to go to the doctor, and yeah, I got COVID after avoiding it for years.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Yeah, see, a lot of people I've noticed have been sick as of late, and they've been wondering if it's been COVID. Luckily, they haven't had it because some of the symptoms of whatever of this bug, when they, when you go to the hospital, they start going, "Oh, do you got, the code? You got the what's it, the chills or something?" Start naming off the symptoms. And you're like, "Shit, that's what I have." But it's not COVID.
I'm actually, if they ever ask me, do you have chills? I'm gonna say, and they're multiplying.
But the one question to go, have you been near anybody that has it? And it's always been, not that I know of.
I have, and I'm gonna kill my sister because she had it like 2 weeks ago, and then she stopped by like a week ago or so, and I guarantee that's where I got it from. Guaranteed, because I wasn't around many other people besides
that. Did you guys see the commercial for Verizon with John Travolta redoing the Grease songs with David Faison and Zach Braff? That was really fun.
No, I haven't seen it.
That was a fun commercial.
Thanks for the kind words, Pat, about the interview and stuff. Yeah, that was a very warming interview for sure.
Yeah, that's go ahead.
I got a story about that song because I went and saw Grease when they re-released that in the theater. And we sung around along with all the songs, but that particular song at the end, all the guys was singing the guys' part, and all the girls were singing the women's part, and it was a sight. It had to be a sight to see all of us this singing word by word, word for word that song.
Yeah, I got to see this commercial now.
The Ice Lord just came in. The Ice Lord entered.
Hey Wes, thanks for the message, man. For the checking on me. Thank you.
Yeah. But they've actually have been parodying movies a little bit because they did Christmas Story the last month.
Oh, congratulations! Happy birthday to your son, Jamie.
Oh yeah, Jamie, happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to your son. I hope he has a great day, a great night. Oh, I know now. Nighttime. It's all about cake and ice cream time. Nobody gets too old for that.
Nah, I love cake, especially Carvel, like Carvel ice cream cake.
Yeah, we actually have a Carvel by us. It's still with us. It survived the pandemic. We still have it.
Yeah, I got one by my house too, like 5 minutes.
They have pretty good coupons too. The coupons are pretty fair. The Ice Lord is in the house. Horde Tuber of the Month. I have to say that every time you address him for this month, it's Horde Tuber of the Month.
Absolutely, I'm so glad you won, man.
We can still say you're the cat tuber of the month, Pat.
The cat tuber of the month.
I remember. Pat, you said you were around when it first started, right? The horror YouTuber of the month, right?
No, I came in after it had started. It had been going on even before I got here. I do know that Hobbs won. He won Horror Tuber of the Month, and then they did Horror Tuber of the Year, and he lost by 1 vote to a Horror Hand over in the UK. So, and then it disappears. It goes away. It all depends. It all depends who the
who gets nominated. The community go somewhere else and come
right. We do have news that we got yesterday. We found a new host for the Midnight Society. I sort of like came over there and offered him more money than Echo Zero did. So I still Echo. I still the professor from Echo.
He is such an awesome guy.
He's an amazing guy, man. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
So we did our first show yesterday. We covered Blackula and Blackula Screams. It's a little bit of a long. I did not expect that to happen. We did a deep dive on both Blackula and Blackula Scream. I did not expect us to go almost 3 hours with it, but we did. But I gotta say this, it's a really good show. It's a really good show. We had so much fun talking about it, and it has so much history there. And I was blown away by it. I hope more people will jump on that and take a
I'm
good
gonna
look.
add it to my watch list.
Man,
Sure.
super.
Doing tonight, catching up on people's YouTube since I can't do much.
Well, thank you for that because I was really happy with it. It was fun.
No, he's great, Professor. He's really been helping pushing my channel, and I know he watches my stuff. He's an excellent person.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. He promotes a lot of people's videos on. I see it on Instagram. I see it on Twitter. Yeah. He's an awesome guy.
Absolutely, I'm glad to hear that.
You know, I wish Instagram could allow us to post, share others, other people's posts on our page. I know we could do it through stories, and I do that all the time. Like I'll go grab people's stories. I'm sure people are going like, "Man, he's promoting everybody," but I wish they would make it a little bit easier to let it promote from from their Instagram to ours. Maybe
yeah.
I wish a lot of things with Instagram. I wish we were able to embed YouTube links that you can just click on instead of having to paste them.
Yeah, it seems to be that it's like almost like Google and Facebook are having a war almost, because they don't really cooperate with. So I will say that I will say that that YouTube is a lot more friendlier toward they're a lot more friendlier toward Instagram than Instagram is YouTube.
Yeah, because Twitter lets you do that. You can just type in the YouTube link, and then you can even play the video right from Twitter. Yeah, I don't know why Instagram hasn't hopped on that.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's definitely so. All right, so we hit the 1,000 mark. I'm celebrating everybody else rolling. Rob Spencer's video is actually getting close to 100 himself. Star-Lord went over 100. Star-Lord went over 100. So I want to give that up. Let's see. Hey Hobbs. Thanks, Hobbs. Hi Jennifer. Jennifer P. Tuck writes. She is here and throwing up hearts. Diane Phoenix mentions that Carvel and the Good Humor Man. Oh man, yeah, Good Humor.
Good Humor was great.
Do you remember that on ice cream trucks? That was like a staple on the ice cream truck was the Good Humor Man.
Yeah, I remember.
You know who's on a climb right now after just being fairly new to YouTube? Look at Stevie Loves Horror.
Yep, I was just thinking
300.
Yep, we just celebrated 200, and now he's about to hit 3.
Wow,
312. He's at 312.
Oh, he passed it. Oh, great.
Isn't he almost like a 24/7 youth online streamline? He might be doing that.
He does a lot of shorts.
A lot of shorts.
Yeah, he does a lot.
I don't know how many times. I don't know how many shorts I could shoot of the cheetah, but I can find out. I mean, I can just always find out because the cheetah is he's
People love animal videos.
They love cat videos.
Yeah,
you could be a mega hit, Pat. Hey, you could be the next. We have like Grumpy Kitty and all this stuff. All these big celebrity cats. You could have the next big one.
Well, I think yeah. Well, you would think that I would have. I think I would already have that. Because there's nobody here around here I know has a cheetah. But Andre is here, our resident boxing expert. Really enjoy talking boxing with Andre. He's got a sensational channel too. I used to follow boxing a lot when I was younger, and then I got away from it. But I got to tell you, ever since I met Andre, I find myself reading and catching up on everything all at once. And it's oh man, boxing does need a cleaning though. There's too many titles.
I saw a fight, and this was years ago. I think back in the 90s. It was Riddick Bowe, I believe, and he knocked the guy to one knee, And of course, the official is telling the back up, back up, back up. I watched him look at the official like he was trying to register what he said. Then he looked at the other guy who was on one knee and he decked him and got disqualified.
Yeah,
like,
it happened.
what? It was that hesitation. Like he was like, should I? Should I? What the hell? Bam.
Yeah. Some fighters don't really want to fight, so that's what they'll do. They'll do the low blows. So I guess passing over 1,000. I don't know what to I don't have anything to compare it to really too much. I mean, I know that Doug and Ava hit over 1,000. I know that the Bud Files has hit over 1,000, but everybody else is hitting milestones. Maverick went over 500. Star-Lord went over 100. Like you said, Stevie went. You did, JT. You went over 400, blazing by. And that interview probably got you a ton of people, huh?
Yeah, it's up to. I just checked recently. It was up to over 700 views, 50 something likes.
That's crazy.
I put Andre's link, his channel link, in the comments.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I guess I'll get started early because I'm rescheduling it for this weekend, my stream. But Pat, for everything that you've done for me since I started, man, like I love you to death. And anyone who's not subscribed for some reason to Pat's channel, please, and Echo's channel, like Pat, you've been like kind of like a YouTube horror father, like you to me.
It's like I said that part of my popularity. I always talk about how Cody Ray was the one that kind of introduced me to this community, but it was Pat, and I forget whose stream it was. But Pat, and he saw me in the chat, and he's like, get your ass up here. He dragged me from the chat to the stream.
That's right.
He's a key factor in my growth too, just by doing that.
Oh, for sure.
How many? I bet you let's have fun with this question because I'm sure everybody here, just about everybody here, will have the same answer. But how many people here were influenced by Hobbs Horror to come over and get involved in our community?
Oh, for sure. Hobbs is a huge part of our community.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I did live streaming for two people. I did live streaming through Hobbs, and I went in front of the camera because of Vossman. Vass is the one that got me to go in front of the camera because he himself went and he was terrified, but he said that he was going to do it. Yeah, he did it. So I said,
camera is definitely scary. It's like
you
can do it during a review or a regular video. It's like, it's one thing. Doing it live, there's something about it that's just scary.
Oh yeah. And
I'm not totally 100% comfortable. How many people in the chat are really 100% comfortable in front of a camera? 100%. I don't know. I don't know really anybody.
I'm sure I've met a few people. Those really vain people, they would.
That's true.
I think everybody I know still has that little bit of trepidation to it, as far as coming on board and doing the live stream. But then once you get a little bit of taste of it, Star-Lord, seriously, I mean, if I'm up here showing my face, anybody can do it.
Something to drink.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Pat, when I first started, Mike, the real Fifth Beatle, and Gareth were like the real first two people to reach out and notice me and stuff. And then pretty much Al and you, Pat, were like the Americans who brought me, who showed some love and support for early on, and I'll never forget them, and I treasure you for that, among many other reasons.
The bat and the cat.
You were on my second live stream ever on my channel for Halloween, for the Halloween watch.
Oh, that's right. We had a lot of fun with that. I felt a little bad though because I'm sitting over here. I felt like a fraud because I'm going over like they're here.
I know it's not your franchise.
I know you guys are just sitting over there loving on Halloween. I'm going like, man, me was it? What I'm dead, man. Well, what do you think? But I had a friend of mine, my buddy Jimmy. I told him, I says, so what do you say when a band comes after a show and they come up to you and say, well, what'd you think? And you're not really into their music. And he says, well, because that happens, sometimes the band's just not that good and it's not your style, but they always want to know what you think because you're the one that booked them. And so he says, what you do is you say, it's not really exactly what I would listen to, but you guys kick ass at what you do. So that was my answer to every time.
That reminds me of, and it's nerve-wracking this too, when I've had a few like first come directors and stuff like that reach out to me, like the guy who did Chest. And it's got to be I've always worried about watching someone's first film or something they sent to me and not liking it, and then having to do a review on it, because I'll always give my full opinions and honest opinions on a movie. And it's just got to be awkward to be like, yeah, I really didn't care for this, like, even though they reached out to show it. Luckily, I've liked everything that people have shared with me with their movies, so I haven't had to go up against that challenge yet, but it's got to be for sure.
Here's our good buddy Doomsday John. He will be our guest on the 25th. I got we got a power pack show lined up for that. John, it's going to be John and Beatrice Boppel from Nightmare on Elm Street, and the Lost Leatherface Brett Wagner will be joining us on the 25th. I can't wait for that. Have you guys seen their show lately? John, Doomsday's Crypt, and Brett's show?
I haven't. I got
Doomsday's stream every now and then, I believe.
Brett is a natural behind the mic. Natural. Him and John. He's a natural interviewer. He sounds so smooth, and John's right there, and they ask really great questions. Just terrific. And again, this is the gentleman, John, right here. He is the one that got me and Steven doing dual streams, because we hadn't done that before. But we've been watching John's show, and he's got dual streams, and they kick ass. So yeah.
Streaming on different channels at the same. I mean, on different channels at the same time.
Dual streaming wise, yeah. What we do, what John does. John does his live now. I know Angela does this too. Angela does dual streamings too for her art. But as far as us doing like our show, like type we do, the interviews and whatnot, John started doing dual streaming. He does Facebook because he has a large group, an army, Doomsday's Army group. It really is an army. So he has over 1,000 people in his group, and he does dual streams. He had Nicole Butler and Sean C. Phillips on, and we're sitting inside the YouTube room. There's like 7 of us. We're talking, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you look up and there's like 300 people are watching the show on Facebook. Watching the show.
I think I'm subscribed to Doom. I'm changing that right now.
Man, it was like crazy. It was like, what? How'd you do that, John? He goes, I dual stream. So I do Facebook and I do YouTube. So that's what I've been doing. This is also a dual stream. Beatrice, in your first show Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. They're interviewing Tam Glenn from Halloween 5. And doing giveaways too. No, Star-Lord, I did not know that. You're the third person now that has told me that. I did not know that. That must, you know what? I think that must have really come into play during the pandemic.
A lot of people being locked up for so long, then when it's time they can get out, it's just like.
I have a hard time leaving my house. I do.
I like to be out for short periods of time, maybe 2-3 hours, and then it's like I want to get home.
Same here.
Yeah, I understand that. I get it.
I think it's a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, sometimes you have no choice. You got to go out. So.
Right.
I think anxiety plays a lot of role in a lot of people's who are like that.
Let's see. So what time is your show? 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Wow. Well, the only thing I can say about that is, like go over to John's show at 7 p.m. But about 7:45, just go over there and pull John's tail. tell him that the cheetah sent you to do that. Pull his tail. Get him to say Spookala. Get him to say Spookala, and then come over here at 8 o'clock on Wednesday because we have Jerry Montano, bass player from Danzig, a former bass player from Danzig. He'll be my special guest on Wednesday on 8 Questions With.
Hey, Cause.
Yeah, that's right. When you go over to when you head on over to the John show, get him to say Spookala because every time he does, he has to drink something.
I just linked Doomsday's channel in the comments.
Facebook, yeah, Facebook too. Let's get us. We can do that too. We can put his Facebook link in there too. I'll grab his Facebook. I'll grab his Facebook group. It's a public group. It's a really good. It's a really good group. And thank you so much, John, for all the support you gave me. John's been one of my biggest supporters. He has not only has he come over and supported the show here when he can, but he also has really helped me with my interview skills because he got me to overcome my fear about interviewing some people, and he just walked over and just showed me how it's done, and I've had nothing but success because of that. And then, yeah, I really do appreciate that. And not only that, but John also allows us to promote every single show that I do. He encourages it in his Facebook group. It's a horror group on Facebook. But he says no matter what you do, you can promote it in the group. No worries. Even though it's a horror group. And some people get really anal about that. Like if you go in there and say, "Hey, I'm watching Barney." They will kick your ass out of the group. They'll haunt. They'll act like yeah.
Barney.
Why Barney? That is sort of horror though, isn't it? But he allows me to promote the shows there. So I really do. I'm really thankful. And of course, there's the professor walking in.
Professor. Hey, Professor, I just want to say thanks so much for everything, man. Like you were have supported me so much with getting me to 400 and everything, and you're a consistent watcher of mine, which is an honor. Just having some people out there who watch my long videos, which I am aware they are long always. But,
I like your deep dives though, JT.
Thank you. Yeah, I know it's not for everybody, but that's I don't know. I feel like it's more honest. It's more like it's just talking to a camera.
You guys need to review something like Velma.
Yeah, I've been watching some of yours here and there. Echo your episode.
You guys can do it. Just give that Velma a try.
Oh, we are having fun here today. Thank you guys all again for coming out. I really do appreciate it.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it
so much.
Yeah. I'm not letting the thing like COVID miss my buddy's 1,000 subscriber. It's a celebration.
You got that 1K. You know.
Oh yes, you're right, JT. Let me go grab that for everybody. I'm gonna grab the Facebook group for John. Yeah, if you guys have a Facebook page, by all means, and I'm right now. I'm digging up John's page here. Man, it is crazy. I'm getting ready to do my second annual horror Women in Horror Month. That is the hardest month to book. That is the hardest month to book. Oh my Lord.
That's another thing, Pat, is thank you you've been really helpful with me with interviews too, just especially with the one with Amy, just giving me feedback and everything. But
yeah, that like I said, that's such a that was such a it's a really interesting to do that. Oh gosh, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, I know I'm misspelling John. That's what I'm doing. That's a real tricky situation, but you handled it like a pro. I'm sure that I know for sure that her mom was very appreciative towards you and how you handled yourself like a professional. That was great. I mean, it's a sensational interview. It's a calling card already. That will open the door for you to get bigger interviews now because you did that one there and you did it really well professionally. When you go up to other people that you want to talk to, they will accept the fact that you want to interview them because you
no,
do
sure.
so well.
Thank
All right,
you
so
for
here is John's Facebook group right here. It is a public group, so you will be able to go in there and meet a lot of really fun people. Um, uh, just yeah. No. Oh, see, he said no Spookala this year. It doesn't matter that you're not going to Spookala. The only thing that matters is that you said the word Spookala. So that's all we're looking for. Uh, please no more Velma from Angela. I guess she's been watching your review of Velma Echo. Uh, that's hot. I have
Come
not
on,
watched it.
Velma, Velma, Velma. You guys can suffer like me. I can't be the
Man,
only one who suffered. Who suffers?
I'm still
how
I'm
how did
still
they blow that? I mean, I just truly don't understand that. It's like they never watched a single one of Scooby Doo cartoons. I don't get that.
Well, you can tell they might have done a little bit of watching towards the end because the last few episodes they started putting little things here and there, the mystery machine, the scuba diver ghost, some music. But it's more like they looked and said, "We got the story, but no one's going to watch it, so let's just attach it to an existing IP." So they chose a
John
very
Horton.
loved one that's over 50 years old. That's over 50 years old, 1969.
Yeah. John Hortons is with us right now. There's John. He's living in Mississippi, and he says that he's looking forward to getting back into the community. Been getting settled in his new home, so that's amazing. That's really cool to see. What links did you not get, Star Lord? Um, yeah, I'm excited too. I already got a couple of people booked. I will say I will announce one because she's almost like an old friend now, we love her to death. Um, and we invited back the mighty Christy Adams from Nightmare Toys back.
nice.
This
How
will be
many
her
times have you?
fourth visit.
Four?
Fourth, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Yes, I remember
Yeah,
seeing.
she's amazing. She's so cute. And the thing about it is, though, it's like you don't notice this at all because she always shows her, she always takes her pictures. But this just takes her pictures with some of the celebrities that have been over doing sightings over at Nightmare Toys. And I'm sitting there watching, and I realize one thing. I'm realizing that she's really tiny. She's really tiny. Like, I mean, like, I'm like, is she 5 foot? I don't know because I saw her. She's standing next to Darcy, and Darcy from Joe Bob, and Darcy's like looks like twice her size.
Yeah, she looks
Uh,
tiny.
but she's so darling, and she's so smart, um, and generous with her time. She's definitely one of everybody's favorite guests. I get a lot of comments about that, about when I'm bringing her back. Actually, she's probably actually the number one person I do get pinged about when people ask me. It's just, when are you going to have a guest return? Christy's always is number one, quite honestly. People always ask me, when are you going to have her back? Hey, Cos, how are thank you so much. And thank you for the comment on Facebook, my friend. I appreciate that so much. So what are you guys in the chat? What are you guys doing this week for channels? We could do that. I want everybody to shout out themselves. That's what this is about. Shout out yourselves. JT, you could throw your link in there if you wish to your interview with Amy.
Okay, yeah, I threw Echo's link is in there for his channel. Professors is in there. I know people were asking.
Let's see.
My goal is to hit 200 by at least April.
Oh, you'll do it, man.
Yeah, we can get you there. Yeah, I don't know what's next. I know that I think the next step after this is monetization, monetized.
You get that.
I gotta go. Yeah. We need to put Jennifer out there too. Jennifer P. Tuck writes. We gotta put her link out there as well. I've been over to a few authors. It seems like now lately there's a lot of authors coming up. I know there's Jennifer and there's Forensic Mystic is really good. Meg's Mysteries is another excellent channel. She writes her own short stories or reads short stories. Um, I'm hoping in April because she writes contemporary writing, but she writes really good novels. There's an author named Lacey Deary from the UK. Hopefully, she'll be coming in sometime soon.
That's right. We got to drop the link for that for what Professor was talking about.
Let's see what the professor mentioned.
I got to get
Yeah.
that link.
So, yes. I
For
have over
horror,
I have over 6,000. I have over 6,000 watch hours. So I do know this. Hey Sam, welcome, sir. I will say this. I will say this. I know I'm supposed to get monetized sometime soon, but the only monetized I'm getting is going to be from YouTube. YouTube can pay me. I'm making them money. I will not be. I won't be doing super chats, and I won't be doing memberships. I will not.
There we go. I posted the link for people if people want to vote for Horror YouTuber of the Month. I post the link.
Oh, right. Yes. By all means. See, Maverick Media is doing. Yes, there's a ton of horror tubers. Yes. Monetization is next, and I'm going to let YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to let YouTube pay me. I know they don't pay very much, but that's who I'm having pay. I'm not going to do memberships or super chats or that. I don't like the whole idea. I just don't like the idea that people who are supporting me, they've already showed their support.
Exactly.
Think about it. They've already showed your support by subscribing to you, by commenting with you, by hitting on your live streams and everything. I mean, you guys are all doing it right now. Why in the hell would I want you to give me money?
That's what I feel too.
To support my channel. I mean, you already done that. You're here. You're already supporting my channel. I wouldn't be here without you. I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't need to put a 3-tier level of membership to my channel. Like, like you pay me $50 and you can come on my panel. I'm never going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Never.
I feel the same way as you, man. That's why, especially with like you see super chats and stuff, then channels that'll mention, if you want a question answered and do super chat, gets you in front of the line. It's like, yeah, you should be in the front of the line anyway. You're showing how much.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that on another channel saying they're commenting how we have a really busy chat and I won't be able to get to everybody's questions. But if you send me a super chat, I will. And it's just like, wow, I don't get that. You're subbed. They sub to you. They're supporting you by being here. Why would you turn around and sit there and say, well, the only way you can get your answer or your comment heard is paying? I just don't know. Yes.
There we go.
Carol's question. Go ahead.
With John's question, do you have anything planned for May for Mental Awareness Month?
I don't have anything for May for Mental Awareness Month. I don't, but we could probably put something together for that. I can definitely see about getting some folks on here to talk about it. For sure. Hobbs is still here. We got Hobbs split into 3 ways. He's hanging out. Oh boy, here he comes. We gotta make sure this is really our buddy here, Rick. Yeah, you gotta watch out. I gotta throw out the password here. See if that's really yeah. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if he comes up with a password, because if it's not, it's just a
going
fake.
around.
Yeah. Here it comes. We'll see.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully we'll get. Oh, we're safe.
Yeah, good.
We're safe. Yeah, that's the magic word right there. Let's see. Thank you so much for coming out, Angela. I appreciate you so much. And yes, had such a fun time with Angela the last time she was on the show. It was such a tender moment. We saw some emotions there. I was joined by our good friend Hobbs Horror in the interview. And speaking of that, Hobbs is going to be interviewing Galen Howard on Thursday at 10 p.m. on the Midnight Hour on Hobbs Horror's channel. he was interviewing Galen Howard, who's a very fine actor, and he'll be up there. And then next month for Women Horror Month, he'll be interviewing Dylan Von Harvey. So the Midnight Hour getting back in the interview game, which I think is a lot of fun. Yeah, do a video. If you do a video, I will run it. I will try to look for someone. I will try to look for a healthcare professional, and I will see if I can book them on the show. I will look for that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that because Squatch is in the house. What's going on, Squatch?
I might have on. I forget it. Pat, this is all about you right now. I'll talk to you later about it.
Hey, Philip, how are you, sir? Just popping in to say congratulations. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll just keep it going. We'll keep it going. I know I'm pretty close to already 20 over. 1,020. I'm like,
I'm
what
sure
the
you
hell?
you can get another 1,000 subs if you just break my record of longest stream.
We're gonna get Makeup Mom and Son Michelle and Sam's trains and trains and things, and we're gonna get Corinne's life. We're gonna get them to do that 24-hour stream they've been talking about.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been talking about doing a 24-hour stream for like a year now, and I think it's time for them to put up. I want to see them do it.
Who have you had on your show the most, Pat? How many times?
Which guest have I had on the show most?
Yeah.
Right now, Christy has been on 3 times, and Mike Ferguson has been on 3 times.
Oh, great.
So, no Dougie Ferguson.
You know what? I would interview him if he wanted to. I've asked Brett Kelly. I went ahead. I manned up. I sucked it up, and I went. Brett Kelly says I would love to interview you, and he read it. He's read every time he's read every time I sent him a note. He's read it. To his credit, I give him credit for that. But he has not answered me.
Just know that if you do, I'll be the one in the chat going, "Hey Dougie, hey Dougie."
Oh man, you know what? Brett Kelly would be such an interesting interview. Let me ask you guys in the chat here, because we're 15 strong plus 2 here. Who would you want to see interviewed? What guest would you like to see interviewed? And as far as like a horror icon or what have you, I would like to see that.
Lorena Quigley.
Leanna Quigley. Yep, she would be a great one. I'm sorry about that, Sasquatch. Yeah, me too. Let's see. Squash did 115 hours streaming in 13 days. Man, that's crazy.
I've heard about these. They call them streamathons.
Yes, I've seen. Skymer. He must be an extreme filmmaker. That's probably something we could do, Rick. If you want to get with me, I'll get with you on Instagram about that. I try to interview Philip Stevens. Rick, I offered him a chance to come up here and interview with me, and he never moved on it. Rob saying, see, look at that, Rob. As long as it's not Turd Ferguson, that guy stinks.
Well, you can always interview the guy behind this.
Yeah,
Full Moon, Mr. Full Moon himself.
You know what? Full Moon used to have. Full Moon used to, I tell you who I'm bringing back though. He doesn't know because I made him a formal offer, but I know he will. I know he'll do it. I'm bringing back Michael Cassie though. That's someone who I want to bring back really bad. So he wrote a new novel, and I want to bring him back. And I gotta find this movie again. I gotta find a copy of Hunter's Moon. Got it. Yeah, I was so I misstepped on that. All right, so here's a question. Here's a question for you guys. Here's a question. What is one movie review or book review or product review? Because not everybody here is a horror reviewer. What one review would you like to go back and change? If you could go back and redo either one interview, one review, which one would you like to go back and change?
Like one video, any type of video?
Yep.
Probably, and as weird as it sounds, my Cannibal Holocaust one that got me insane amount of views for some reason. The lighting was terrible. Like my mic audio was down halfway because it must have lowered itself. So for all reasons, that video is not how I'd like it to be. But I can't complain with how it took off for some reason.
Right.
I'd redo it probably.
And here is the other member of the Midnight Society, Al Lucard, aka the Bat, is in the house.
Who went ITN?
Oh yeah. Ooh, I might. Ooh, this could be almost like a horror. This could be a horror channel feud right here. So like he went over and stole your thunder. I mean, I stole the professor. I stole the professor, and Al took your ITN.
I like that ITN's getting more recognition and stuff because I do like a lot of the stuff they're putting out, and other people feel like other people checking them out, they're seeing what I'm seeing maybe. So
yeah.
Let's see. I see Andre saying that we should interview Robert England, Anthony Hopkins. Al saying that ITN is all his now.
Ooh. Hey, no. ITN's my baby.
Whoa.
I'm the one that does ITN.
Whoa.
I felt so bad the other day. Bad timing. I messaged. You've seen The Beast Within, Pat, right, from 1982?
Oh yeah. That's underrated.
And I messaged Paul Clemens, who plays the main character in it, the kid back then. So he said he'd love to come on the channel. He's just dealing with some stuff right now. A close friend of his has lung cancer and brain cancer, which was terrible to hear that. But then I checked in the other day and just said, hope everything's well. I'm thinking you have your friend in my prayers. And he said, thanks, but my friend passed away this morning. And I felt so bad, like the timing on that.
Not your fault. Not your fault.
I know, but still, I felt like, damn, of all the times I could have messaged him, hopeful as well.
Yes, Professor, you can have the asylum. The ITN's mine.
Oh my gosh, man! You know what? I can't wait. No. I know this is going to happen. But you need to invite. You need to invite the Bat onto the Echo side so you guys can talk ITN. I would love that.
I might be reviewing a IFC movie.
Dude, he just called you Professor Asylum.
Dead Snow? Nice.
The Bat just called IFC. The Bat just called Echo Professor Asylum. Damn. The Bat is sassy tonight.
Well, here's the thing. Remember how I used to be about the asylum? That's like Professor.
See, bats don't belong in an asylum. Hopefully, once I can, Lady Valerie will also be a guest in Women in Horror Month. We are waiting we are working on dates. She is asking me for $100,000 as well. We're working on that. You know how that goes. Celebrities. You know what, Mr. Dan, I am doing that. I'm trying to. She is holding me up for cash money. Her manager's got me on the phone saying, "Where's the money? Show me the money." We will see if we can't get Lady Valerie in March. I really would love to interview her. She's got a sensational story. See, the professor. Oh, the professor said he just bought 2 Dean Cain Christmas movies from ITN just because Echo sings their praise.
I stay away from Christmas movies. I stay away from Christmas movies, especially with him. He hasn't done anything good since Superman, Lois Lane, The New Adventures of Superman. Even then, that was barely good.
He just tagged you hard, though, Echo. He says he got it on your recommendation. That's not.
Go for the horror. Don't go for that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's just too funny. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what else is out there. I know that. That's so funny. Wow, thank you so much for all the likes. I can't and for coming out and hanging out with us. This is a lot of fun. I can, if you guys don't mind, I gotta do the calendar. I'll do the calendar real quick, then we'll get back to the celebration because me, if I'm anything, I'm all about promoting. I'm all about promoting.
Yeah,
ITN is
43
a
likes.
studio distributor or production company for films. The biggest film right now is that they're attached to is Blood and Honey.
Oh, the Winnie the Pooh. Nice.
I've heard mixed reviews about that. I've heard that. Let's see. Um, look at this. Starlord wants to know what ITN is. Professor says what? Dean Cain was in the classic Dead and Deader, aka the unofficial House of the Dead 3.
That is true. It's the unofficial. I don't have any ITN on hand. Let's see. Wait.
Really? You usually have everything on hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pat, I was thinking of doing stuff, something like that too, of like interviewing fellow YouTubers and stuff. I'd love to have you on sometime.
Yeah, I think I love the idea of YouTubers interviewing each other.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. It's a lot of fun. The only one thing I would say is that you got to be careful of it. You got to make sure you don't go way over your time limit because it's so easy to do.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is Starlord. This is some of the stuff ITN puts out. Like
what do we got here?
Rise of the Mummy.
You sure that wasn't one of those movies that the Asylum discarded?
Yeah, Land Shark.
Oh my God! Did you say Lamb Shark or Land Shark?
Land Shark. The Summoning.
Lamb Shark, though. That'd be cool.
And Scarecrow Country. They do a lot of the stuff like from like China, like this.
I'm gonna get to that.
This is a really good stuff they do from over there.
You
They're doing more than sending us balloons. They're sending us some good movies.
Let's see. Al says they already announced a sequel to Blood and Honey. They're actually waiting to see a sequel for the Mean One, which we're hoping that will happen too.
I think they said that for the sequel to Blood and Honey, they want to go more crazy, more insane.
Of course they do. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Dystopia and Collider are 2 time travel movies I found at the tree from ITN. Wow, nice. Let's see. Went up the chain really fast and press. Yes, James Wan is a really good, he's a talent. He really is.
He's had one hell of a career.
James Wan and Lee Wan Al both are extremely very talented individuals. I heard that the Blood and Honey was going to get a sequel. We talked to Crystal Martin and this month, and actually this past week, and we're hoping that she's going to try to get us information on if they're going to release the Mean One on physical release. They're negotiating for that. So hopefully that will happen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out and saying congratulations. I appreciate that so much. Anybody that comes by that's been a member has been interviewed, I really do appreciate that. Not only to the subscribers that came out to hang out with us, but also the people who have actually said yes to come out and do an 8 questions with. It takes a leap of faith, especially for some of the more well-known names. When someone's with a small channel such as ourselves, we have a small channel, and yet they still come out and they still will do an interview, and I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for you guys to come out. And there's Carrie. Hi, Care Bear.
Hey, Carrie.
Me and Carrie have been having a lot of fun recently on Instagram, though she hasn't left any cute comments lately. I'm looking for cute comments. She leaves.
She does believe. I was just talking to her on there, and I told her I was on here celebrating with you, so she hopped over. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, but no, I appreciate you coming out, Carrie. I really am. Thank you for hanging out with us. See, Hollywood is trying to tell us what drugs they do in the writers' room. That's not true. That's not true, Carrie. That's not true. No, that's not true. That's why we have so much fun. Because those things on Instagram, if you go on your messages, they have those little bubbles above. People can leave a little comment. I find myself answering everybody's. It's like I don't even know. I've answered people's comments who I've never really even talked to on Instagram, but I see their little comments. So like they'll throw a little heart or thank you or leave a comment, a quote or something. And I find myself answering every single one of them.
I don't even know how to make stories on Instagram because on my laptop. Like I know on the phone there's like a button right for that, but I don't have a phone right now.
Yeah, desktop. Instagram is not desktop friendly.
No, not at all.
No,
it's not desktop friendly. So you're right. It's all about the phone. I mean, there's things that desktop you can't do with the phone. It's frustrating. Yeah. Lately they've even gotten worse. It's like I'll do a quote. Okay. Let me just show this off because I just put this up. I'm so excited because I got to interview Kevin Stone, the metal sculpture. So I got to interview him, and then I got another really talented creator I want to show off.
T-Rex he's working on is going to be awesome.
Isn't it awesome? I got to show off. Echo, you've already seen this. The people, but I got to show off the cosplayer. That cosplayer is going to be so much fun to talk to.
Just don't look up that one character because there's a lot of Rule 34 stuff out there.
Oh no, I didn't. I just looked I just want to know who the character was because I'm sitting there. She's doing this character, and I'm like, I don't know who this character is. I need to go and see what this character is. So this is the person we'll be talking to on the 28th of February, and her name is Vale. And she's a cosplayer, and I've never seen anybody do it right like that. That is, except for one guy I saw on Sneaky Zebra who made a Pacific Rim costume, which is absolutely awesome.
Oh, I've seen some of these ones. They built these big, like damn near 10-foot tall suits or whatever, 10 feet tall, and they have to get inside piece by piece and on stilts and stuff. It's like, oh, whoa.
She's doing that.
Out there for some of these suits.
Vale's actually she has a pair of stilts. She's learning how to walk on it.
To do that, Lady Dasmaculus, or however you say it, you gotta have that height.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, she's learning how to walk.
That was a character that before the game ever came out, and they were just boom, these images of her were coming out. It started.
And we got a celebrity in the house too. Let me point this out. There's actor, director, screenwriter Jake Jolly. He was also a guest. His movie Clay Zombies, absolutely a wonderful movie, terrific movie. You guys go out and see it. It's on Tubi. Touch the Clay, Have a Very Bad Day. He was a guest on the show as well. Clay Zombie he also had Diane Franklin in a supporting role in that movie, and that movie is a lot of fun. Definitely top 20 material for me this year. I really enjoyed it, and I know they're making a Christmas movie, or at least a show with Clay Zombies. They're working on it right now.
Nice. I still got to watch it, but I saw your interview, Pat. It was great, as always.
Yeah, I was joined on that interview by Carrie mentioned. I was joined in that interview by Katie, from Popping the Popcorn. She was our special guest co-pilot, and we had a lot of fun with that show. Thank you, Jake. I really appreciate you. Yes, she did a great Lady D, Professor. Sensational. Hi, Jennifer. How are you, Jennifer at home? Such a sweet person. Her and her husband, they're yeah.
All right.
They're amazing
people. Game with that character. I never played the game with that character in it because by that point I got out of that series because that series got so bad.
Which one?
Resident Evil series of games. They got so bad.
Oh,
it all starts with that scene from the 5th game where the guy punches a rock hard as he can and doesn't break his hand. It's like,
you don't like 7 or 8? No? You don't like the 7th or 8 one? You don't like 7 or 8?
Well, it was part 6. I hated part 6 so much that I just tapped out of the series. I was like, no.
I didn't know any of that. I just saw the character and we're like, okay, what's the character? So I typed in the character and then I read about it. She's supposed to be like a 9'6". She's 9'6", and it said Resident Evil. And I'm thinking the only Resident Evil I know about had Mila Jovovich in it,
Yeah, the movie.
and Michelle Rodriguez and Odette Pereira,
You interviewed the voice actor for Resident Evil 2, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I believe it's
Aya.
Hollywood.
Ada Wong
Hollywood.
is the character name.
Aya Wong. The character I'm still harping on. For 20 plus years, Leon's been chasing after her, and he still hasn't caught her because he ain't got the cojones to say anything to her. So pathetic of a person.
Yeah, that was the news to me. I did not know about, like I said, I did not know anything about those characters. So, reading up on it, all I know is I just kept on seeing I saw her cosplay, and I just saw how just it's amazing. Because have you guys ever heard of a group called Sneaky Zebra? You ever heard of a group called Sneaky Zebra?
Sneaky who?
I've heard of that name actually.
Sneaky. I'll write it down and I'll write it down here. They are just. I met them on Twitter. What they do, they're English, and they go around to the conventions and they film the conventions and they make music videos out of it, showcasing the costumes. And so I saw
the stuff.
They're awesome. They're amazing. Their music, they put original music to the play. It's like maybe 5 minutes. They put original music to it, and then they go around and they look up for the best cosplay costumes.
Nice.
So you get an idea what a good costume is and what isn't. And of course, Veil is top notch.
There's one girl. I don't know if she plays the fiddle or the violin, and she goes to the conventions, and when she finds the characters, the people, she plays one of the songs from whatever movie or show they're from. That's actually pretty cool to do.
Yeah, this would be my first dedicated cosplayer. I mean, this is what she does. I don't know if she'll expand, beyond that into acting, which I think she probably should.
They could.
Yeah. Do you agree with me on this? I mean, she's sensational.
Some of them don't just dress up as the character; they have to play, act like that character. So essentially, they are already acting.
Right. We talked about that before her appearance. We talked about that because I said, like she said, well, if you want me to come in costume, I can, but you'll be you'll be talking to me and not the character. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course. But I guess she's had some interviews where if she dresses up like Lady D, she is Lady D. I just told her, whatever you want to do. If you want to dress up, that's amazing. If you don't, that's okay as well. We can show off some of the costumes. Oh yes, yeah. She's awesome. Yeah, follow. Yeah, you guys can all follow her on Instagram. Veil, Night Veil. But
Speaking of voice acting, like people don't get enough credit for voice acting. Like I've seen a lot of people think, oh, it's just using your voice, it's just talking. No, it takes some talent to voice act for sure.
Well, look at Frank Welker. To go from Fred to Megatron to playing Fred's dad in Velma.
No, it takes a lot.
How old is Fred? Oh, how old is he now?
Wow, he's got to be getting up there.
Oh, I'd imagine.
All right, I'm going to be dropping a link here because I want everybody to join up because she only has 21 subs. So I want you guys to go over there and show her some love.
76. He's 76.
76. This is for Jennifer P. Tux Writes. And so I'm going to drop her link down here. And if you guys could do me a favor and go over there and show her some love, you guys know what to do. You go over there, you watch 2 or 3 videos of 3 to 5 minutes long and leave a really good comment. That would be really helpful. Thank you so much. Carrie could be a voice actor. What's funny is they're talking about this, and the concern is that the fact that if you look at a lot of those reels on Instagram and Facebook or YouTube, you notice that they're all artificial intelligent voices. They're not real voices. You could tell that they're not, and but they're using them for reels over and over and over. And they're saying that before too much longer, That's what's going to happen. Voice actors aren't going to be employed anymore because they're going to have AI do it all.
That sucks. That's sad. Even knowing they're going to be AI and stuff, you could still you'll be able to tell what's missing.
Yeah,
AI can't cover well.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. This has been so much fun. We'll kick it here till 11 o'clock. I think 2 hours would be a good time. Plus, I gotta save my voice. I'll be interviewing Echo Zero tomorrow. We'll be interviewing Echo. We have hey Ricky. Yes, I know, definitely. At 3 a.m. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's Sexy Ricky.
The man Ricky.
It's Garrett's brother.
Yeah, I know. It's his arch nemesis.
Yeah.
I downloaded
they just look so good together when they do those streams.
I saved that stream immediately.
Gareth and Ricky, and actually Vast too. If those three ever did a show just every week, every week, I would tune in for that every week. I would tune in.
Me and Mike want to get you on, Ricky. So you better come on the stream with me and Mike soon.
Yeah, Ricky's an amazing guest. He's actually also did an interview with us for 8 Questions With, and sensational interview, really good interview actually. Yeah, I'm gonna have him come back. I haven't talked to him about that yet, but I am gonna invite him back. Yeah, it's an interesting. Life has changed so much from over there in the UK. Disney is going to use voice clip AI for James Earl Jones forever. Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Rights to him and all that shit. He signed away his rights for them to use his voice.
Oh, did he? I can imagine.
Yeah, because when he said he wasn't going to do the character no more, he made some kind of agreement so they could basically use the likeness of his voice.
Al says, Ricky, us nemesis need to stick together. That's right. That's Echo's nemesis right there. Al Lucard just tonight came over and came over a nemesis. Oh man, thanks again, John. I will be sending you a link on Saturday, man. We'll be talking before that. I can't wait. Saturday at 7 p.m. or on the 25th. On the 25th, it's gonna be me, John. The Lost Leatherface, Brett Wagner, and Beatrice Bopple will be on the show on the 25th. I'm going to be very busy that day because I'm interviewing three people at once. Never done that before. Oh, actually, I take it back. I did it only once. I did a podcast group with. Well, I guess it's different because the Friendly Men were just one group, and then I did Ant Review things, so that was 2. And then I did a podcast with St. Catherine's, the Children of the Stigmata. That was a lot of fun.
Stigmata is a great movie.
Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. So much so that I'm going to be coming looking for you for an interview again, because I did ask Carrie for an interview. By the way, I asked Carrie if she wanted to interview a while ago, and Carrie shot me out of the stars. I was like, hey, Carrie, you want to do an interview? She's like, nah, I'm good. But now I have a feeling that Carrie's going to come over and hang out with me, and we're going to have a lot of fun, especially if I bring a special co-host that I have in mind on over. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll pay you enough. I'll say some of that. I'll pay you some of that Lady Valerie money. I'll pay you some of that Amy Donald money. Right, JT?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Steven actually.
Speaking of that, John, who do you, JT? Who do you got coming up? Do you got anybody you got coming up?
I just got a response from Jack Shoulder, directed Nightmare on Elm Street 2, my favorite in the series, Wishmaster 2, Alone in the Dark with Donald Pleasance. So he's going to Mexico for a little bit. He said hit him up on the 27th, something like that, and we'll set something up. I got Joe Berlinger. I've been going back and forth with for a while now because I didn't even know that he was still filming stuff. I mean, he directed Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. but he's mostly documentaries that he does. So he just started a new project, but his assistant told me to hit him back up in the springtime, and we can set something up then. And a few others, but those ones are the more locked in, seemingly for now.
Then see, Carrie's asking me if Katie's going to be my co-host. Katie actually would be my co-host, Carrie. So she would be my co-host for our interview. Hobbs is going to be our co-host with Valerie, and Bupley. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Professor says, what's better, Gabriel Byrne movie, Stigmata, Ended Days, or Hereditary?
I know that answer.
Stigmata.
We know damn well it's not Hereditary.
Yeah.
I saw that End of Days, and I know I did, but it must have been so bad because I blocked it out of my memory.
He was awesome at End of Days, but I would take Stigmata. Those three movies right there, I would take Stigmata for sure. Thank you for coming out again, John. I'll be in touch with you in a day or so.
What about Unusual Suspects?
I have actually never watched that.
That's a great film with him in it.
I've seen it. Is that the Kaiser Kote, whatever?
Yeah, Kaiser Kote, yeah.
Oh God, I watched the beginning, I watched the end. Something happened that interrupted me, and I've never got to see most of the movie. I need to go back and finish it.
Yeah, it's a great one. Spacey, Kevin Spacey's in it. Benicio del Toro. They got a whole big cast in there.
Hey, Horror Collective.
How you doing, Noel?
Fiend is in the house. Horror Collector Fiend in the house. I saw Kenny here too. I'm not sure if Kenny's still here or not. I hope he is. Let me see if he is. He's a new channel. He is. Kenny's Movie Palace. He's still in the chat. Kenny's a new channel, and you guys need to go over there and hook that up too. And hey, Lee, how are you? Kenny's an IFC guy. Kenny's the IFC guy. That's why I have to show some love.
Who's Kenny? The First Floor Audio.
Kenny is Kenny's Movies Palace.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, this is the only IFC I own.
How is that? How?
That's what I want to know. How I not come across more of that stuff.
Everybody. I saw the Ice Lord. I saw him unboxing. He did an unboxing, and the unboxed Roadhouse. He unboxed Roadhouse. Awesome, I'm like, it is an awesome movie. But I'm going like, okay, he unboxed it from Vinegar Syndrome. They were asking $40 for that movie. Wow. $40. I'm like, okay, like now if the Ice Lord wanted to go, he could have put that back. He could have put that back. He could have went to Hamilton book with that same $40. He could have got 5 IFC movies with that, or 8. He could have got 8 IFC movies for that.
Wow,
yeah. Instead of one Roadhouse.
Expand my collection. I mean, my collection of Wild Eye has grown. Same with ITM, but maybe I need to expand my collection of IFC.
Actually, you know who we have to get on? We have to get on James Nguyen.
Hello, Traveler. How are you?
Birdemic director. Birdemic director. How funny would that be to get him on?
When we find that third movie streaming wherever, we're gonna have such a big party.
Oh hell yeah, we are.
I gotta call up the midget strippers and the blind prostitutes.
And they beer truck your way.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Dan Nahor just said that. Hi Bree, how are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and thank you for helping support my channel. Thank you all for helping support my channel. Mr. Dan Nahor, that Roadhouse is $30 at Hamilton Books now. See, it was for Roadhouse. You could have got that for $1 over at the Tree. I got my copy for $1 at the Tree.
They had it at the Tree? Holy shit!
Yeah,
I still can't believe that you got Pat recently. That insane haul you got. That was amazing.
Yeah, tomorrow's library day. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Look forward to your library.
Library is going to be which I'm going to really need because it's also property tax day. So I need to go over there and find some goodies to take the sting out of that. Let's see. Got to get the Babadook. I got to watch that, but I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to cover that. I'm going to. I already know the movie I'm covering the next time my rotation comes up on the IFC Midnight Show. We are going to be watching Swallow. I'm going to be covering. Yeah, I got to do that. I so want to do that. Let's see. Carrie says she fell asleep watching the Babadook. God, if she fell asleep watching the Babadook, you know damn well she was snoring while she was watching Hereditary. Um, uh, wow, would you do that? That would be awesome. I would really appreciate that. Any one of my there is one playlist I would love people to support. It's called the Under 100 Club. That's my playlist. I would love anybody who wants to support that.
Yeah.
I guess
This is the movie people need to watch right here. Death to Metal. Death to Metal. I'm still plugging the shit out of this movie till I find another one to plug.
Hell yeah, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. I love that one. I love that one. That's fun.
I only went on and on about it how much last year?
What was that what you were plugging recently? That was terrible. The what you kept talking about, break something. I don't. Man, that could be totally wrong.
Electric Boogaloo.
That was one of them. I can't think of the specific one. It'll come
to me. Let's see. Yeah, rather watch Midsommar. Okay, so here's the playlist. If anybody wants to show love to a playlist, this is the playlist that I would love to have support on. Basically, what it is like it's every guest that I have I've interviewed, and they're the views are underneath 100. So I'm trying to get them over 100. So that's my list of the people that can help.
I'm sharing it out right now, Pat.
No, I have not interviewed Maverick, not yet. I will be doing Creators Month soon. I'll probably be most likely in April.
This is the book. I think he had a drawing or something, and I got this book from Maverick Media.
It might be actually, Carrie. I think Creators Month was going to be in May. I'm going to do Creators Month in May because I have a lot of non-creators that want to come in and talk on in April. But I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing all Creators Month on in May. Women in Horror Month, which I just said I set out my blast out today. So I sent it out to all my groups that I do casting to. I sent that all out today. I hopefully will start seeing some returns. I got one already, so I will try to book that by the end of the night. That is the hardest show. That's the hardest month for me to book. Is Women in Horror Month by far. It's a bear. It's an absolutely bear.
A cocaine bear.
Yeah, cocaine bear. Let's see. Professor did a double feature of Midsommar and The Wicker Man with Nick Cage, and it ruined Midsommar for me.
I could see that. The bees, not the bees.
That's painful. What's your guys' movie you hated the most? Thank you again, Maverick. I appreciate it. Thank you for. Hope your kids have a sweet dreams tonight.
Thanks for
that
coming.
We've seen or that we've reviewed.
There's Katie. Katie. She also did. We're also doing. Me and Katie are doing something. We're trying to launch it off the ground. We're doing some non-horror movie reviews. Having a lot of fun doing that.
I might dip my toes into that a little.
Yeah. Yeah, we love to, yeah. We're calling it not a horror movie, and then and we're talking about movies that aren't horror, and we're having a lot of fun.
Showing up. I got 4 of them showing up again. One of them's Tank, one movie which I haven't seen in over 30 years. Same with Romancing the Stone.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much. I'm going to drop your link too, Jennifer, because I think everybody needs to go over to Jennifer at home and sub to her because she's like her and her husband. That's exactly how. If you guys ever wondered what me and Lori were like, and I'm saying this, you know, if you ever wonder what me and my wife were like together, you got to watch Jennifer and her husband Alan. I get tears in my eyes watching their videos because it really was us. It's like watching home videos of us. Um, yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate you too, Jennifer. Um, I understand that, Traveler. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm going to go ahead and yes, Katie would be our co-host when we
And if it's
interview.
anybody in Michigan near Michigan University, stay safe. They got an active shooter apparently.
Seriously? Wow. Oh God.
At the University of Michigan or Michigan State.
It looks like Michigan State.
East Lansing.
It's
an hour away from me. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. It's the American way.
Right.
It's the American way. Let's see. Let me go grab Jennifer's page so you can go over there and put.
Excuse me.
Just
Okay. If you guys have a down day, I'm telling you, you guys are gonna laugh. You probably laugh at me for saying this, but this is a gospel truth. If you're having a down day, you're having a depressed day, you need to go over there and sub to Jennifer, or watch a few of her videos. They're very creative, very her and her husband are very loving. They're a lot of fun. Makes my day a little better. Hey, there's Mr. Bones is in the house. The Boneyard. The Boneyard will be on tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure when it's coming on. I think probably about 11 o'clock, I'm thinking. I think that Michigan State Lansing, yeah, that's terrible. Well, just hope they I hope they can stop it without
any violence.
That's a shame. Mr. Bones, Boneyard will be popping up tomorrow after our show with Echo Zero. I think he'll probably go on around 10 o'clock, 10 or 11 o'clock. Mr. Bones,
Cowboy
Bones.
Cowboy
Bones. Cowboy Bones has a lot of interesting, fun stuff on his channel. That's a lot of fun watching the Boneyard.
Bones is great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I like that show. I like his show. Okay, people are connecting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I got your playlist on my channel page, Pat.
Oh, thank you again. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to get everybody there. I'm trying to get everybody there over 100. I noticed that you know what's funny? People ask me, well, what type of guests are the best guests you interview? And quite honestly, I really thought that I mean, I've interviewed only like two or three. I've interviewed 3 pure stand-ups. 2 of them did well. Two did well. One, I was really surprised because he's pretty well known. He's actually tours. He has a well-known name. I just couldn't. I was really surprised to see how many people did not tune in for that, even with the replay. And I don't know. I just like stand-up comedians. I love stand-up comedians. I'm interested in how they work. How do they write their jokes? Where do they get that?
Would be good for you to interview, and I'll talk to him about it. I don't know if you remember when I had R. Michael Gull on. He was the star of that really controversial indie film from last year, Cactus Jack. Al had him on too.
Right.
He's a stand-up comedian.
You're
also
back getting some of the drink.
If you're interested with him, I can get you the information for him. He's a great guy to interview.
I gotta watch this movie. Is this movie still on Tubi?
It's not on Tubi. I think it's on Vudu or Vimeo. One of those. I'll look it up. I'll message you it.
Okay. So is anybody? What's that? Oh, hey, Casey.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I was supposed to be. Me and Casey were actually, and we'll probably still have to do this. I'm supposed to be doing a watch party with Casey. We're supposed to be watching and reviewing the new Cats movie, the one that came out a couple of years ago. I that's gonna be painful. Hopefully I can talk. Hopefully I can talk him out of that, and me and Casey can watch. We can watch a Gamera movie instead. You know what's funny, Mr. Bones?
Pat,
That
I'm gonna hop off. I just wanted to stop by for that.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, you should probably get some rest. I don't want to overtire you for sure.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming out. It was good to see the gnat and the cat and the bat. We're all together once again.
Indeed. Great, I'll talk to you soon. I'll message you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, JT. Have a great night.
Of course, man. Congratulations again, buddy.
No problem. Peace.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Casey, let's see. Yep. Hopefully they're feeling better here. Casey says he can't stay, but wants to say Bogland. And you want to watch Cat still. Mr. Bones, I was going to tell you about the Bloody Man. Is I did try to interview both ladies on that movie, Tuesday Night and Lisa Wilcox. I was being set up with those by a publicist, and so I was going to interview them both, and then it slid away from us. They both just slid away. The publicist was really sorry, but that's the nature of the beast. That's not every interview goes through. Sometimes something lands big in an actor's lap, and they just got to go do what they need to do. Why can't we just watch Gamera? Hey, Casey's gonna make me watch that cat. I don't. You know what? If I watch Cats, I'm bringing 9 people up here with me to watch it. I'm bringing.
You're talking about that one with a creepy ass CGI when they just put the faces on those bodies.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, there's not enough whiskey out there to make me watch that shit.
I'm drafting. Let's see. Oh, the guy. How his similar to. Yes. Okay. Oh, sure. I can go after the director. I never thought about that. I can do that because I love Tim Connery. Tim Connery was a great director. He's a great interview. In fact, he's on the playlist that I dropped. Yep. Cats was a trip. So who's Echo? Who did West nominate for Horror Tuber of the Month? The Professor and Miss Boomstick and who else?
Let me bring that up again.
Because the Ice Lord's not here. Where is the Ice Lord?
Let me see. Good question. He's probably chilling out. Let's see. Okay.
Did you really just say chilling?
Okay, yeah, and I'm realizing how cheesy that was. Basic Autumn Queen.
Okay.
Evo, Tyrone, Mrs. Boomstick, and Professor.
Man, that is a good list. Damn that Wes. All his fault. Yeah, I want because this is gonna be a tight month this month. I think I'm hoping the Professor can eke it out, but it's still a very worthy family.
Let's see. I counted it the other day, and I think it had the Professor in the lead last time I looked. Let me look again. I think he was in the lead last time I looked.
Okay. So, what do you think of our yeah, I can do that, Mr. Bones. I can definitely look him up. Did you like the interview with Tim? I did. I thought that movie was solid, and I really liked him a lot. That was one of the more fun interviews I did. They're all fun, of course.
Oh yeah, you do good ones. So,
and people say, "What's your favorite one?" Man, I can't tell you. I really, honest to God, every single one I can tell you something awesome about it. And that sounds like a cop out, and maybe it is a cop out. But I really can't tell you.
Maybe we can get you Sarah Jessica Parker.
I can tell you which one would be my worst one. God, that would be a real challenge, though. That would be a real challenge to interview someone whose work you really, you know what it is? You just don't do it. Honestly, if I got an opportunity, I would turn it down. I would, because I don't think it would be fair to her. because I'm going in prejudiced already because I don't really like her
Mm,
work. So
that's
I would,
understandable.
yeah. So I would actually pass that along to you.
Oh, talk about Flight of the Navigator.
To you.
Like,
Welcome
yeah,
to the
let's talk about Flight.
welcome to the true Echo side.
Just don't.
Um,
I never watched. No one I couldn't ask her about is Sex in the City because I never watched that show. Never had any ambition to.
okay, Nate. Now, see, that's the reason why I ended up not liking her is because I did watch Sex in the City, and she just was so freaking annoying in that. I like the other three ladies a lot, and I really like Mr. Big. Mr. Big was the shit. You know, that was he Chris Noth. He was the shit. But man, her, no, just no. But we all have that. We all have our favorites. I mean, horror. We like horror actors. Like I don't like Hereditary, but I do like Toni Collette. I like Toni Collette as an actress, and I'm a fan of hers, big fan. And I've seen her do some sensational movies. It's just that this one was a big misstep for her. It was just not a good performance. And so it doesn't mean like the next time I see a Toni Collette movie, I'm going to pass on it because that's not the case. But there are some movies like man, I gotta admit, there's some movies, some actors I just can't bring myself to watch. Um,
I think there might
uh,
be a few like that. I'm just trying to think who I would be like that. Yeah,
oh, Mr.
the guy that had that TV show, Seinfeld.
Let's see,
Just because
Mr. Bones.
I
Okay,
can't
go
stand
ahead.
him because I can't find how people find him funny.
Oh, Jason Alexander.
No, Seinfeld himself.
Oh, Jerry
They,
Seinfeld. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both.
yeah,
I never watched it.
everybody was all like, "Oh, this is such a great show." And I'm like, "Huh?
I never got into it
Explain."
either.
No one could ever explain it to me, but it's like, what? Subliminal messages, maybe that's brainwashing people.
Professor says, Tony Collette has the worst luck in movie families. Krampus, Hereditary, The Sixth Sense. Shit.
Oh God,
Um,
Krampus movies.
uh,
Oh Lord.
drop drop your
For
drop
Echo,
your link down, Bones, in case anybody here has not subbed to you. By all means, drop your link. For sure.
Krampus
Uh,
movies. I watched so many of those. I don't think there's really any one that I liked. I'm not really any good. There's some awful ones. But then I realized there's a lot of awful Christmas horror movies. Period.
uh, I have to get better at doing holidays. Um, You got the 1,000 now. You got to do like Hobbs and get them hours so you can get that money. I got the hours. In fact, Mr. Bones, I think the only thing they're going to do is I have to perform surgery on your intro that you made for me. That cool ass. I got a kick ass intro from Bones for my shows, and
Yeah,
then and then
he did the
also
Echo Side one.
that's a badass one. The one that just kept on saying side, side, side. It's so
Yeah,
eerie. But he made one for
yeah,
me, and and then YouTube started doing copyright claims on it. So I went back and I did edit one, but I'm thinking, well, I'm never going to get to 1,000, so what does it matter, right? That was way back when. The next thing you know, now I have 1,000, and now I'm going like, okay, before they monetize me, they're going to tell me that I have to go back in there and I have to fix those, and I really don't want to, but I think what I have to do is I have to kill the sound. I don't have to I don't have to edit it out. I just have to knock down the sound. Um,
it's the sound that gets even if you can get past the video part. It's that sound they get you on.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that, Bones. I'm not going to do super chats or stickers or stuff like that. Not doing that. Not doing members either. No. Um, that's not, I sort of look at this, I sort of look at my YouTube channel as an extension from my blog. I came over, I was writing a blog and I came over to YouTube, and I sort of looked at this as an extension of that. And when I started my blog, I started writing my blog because I just needed an outlet to share what was going on with me and Lorianne. So, that's really what I started it for, because I had to get it out. So I was writing that out, and then I moved it over here, and I got offered to people to pay me to run ads and products on my blog, and I said no to every one of them. I got like 12. I got 12 offers. I mean, one company wanted to pay me $300 to run an ad, run a review, and I said no, because that's not what I started my blog for. And yeah,
I'd be
I'm
greedy
not
enough
gonna.
to do that.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's not what I started the blog for. It's not what I started this for. And then besides, Mr. Bones, like I said, I mean, you guys are here. You guys are already supporting me. Why do you need to pay me? You don't need to pay me. You can YouTube can pay me. Yep. Yep. Uh-oh, the bat is still in the house. He's been quiet. He's been hanging upside down watching it.
Speaking
He's
of the
sitting there.
bat, that
You
that
know,
trailer for
he's probably laying in wait because I was going to ask. He'll be here tomorrow. I can already tell you he's going to be here tomorrow because when you and I really get into the ITN stuff, he's going to be here taking notes.
well, they had a few ITN at Walmart today, but now they're into hiding the prices for items. At least that particular Walmart is like, how much does this ITN cost? Wait a minute, how much is this? Like, oh shit, what are the prices for the movies?
I got to go to Walmart. I got to go over there and catch up on some ISCs because I keep hoping for them at the library, but they have not dropped anything new at the library from
Well, I
ISC.
think I've still been coming across that one IFC, was it, that I told you about? I'm still I think I sent you a picture of it, was it?
I think it was Watchers. I think it was Watchers or Watcher.
But
That's what I wanted to do.
sci-fi
Oh,
type one.
yeah,
Oh,
Vesper.
Al, they
Vesper.
don't have scanners in my Walmart. They took the scanners out.
Yeah, Vespers is out there, and so is Watchers. Uh,
I think it's Vespers, but some girl in the future.
let's see. The question is, once you monetize, can YouTube start jumping out ads to one's videos? They can jump out ads even now. If your video gets to a certain amount of if your video gets a lot of traffic, they will slap on an ad to it. So including shorts, which I've seen. The people can run shorts and they'll run a commercial on it.
Well, Goodwill here, Professor, it's a hit and miss, especially for horror. It's a lot of miss when it comes to horror.
Yeah, Salvation Army is too. Salvation Army actually goes through their donations, and I do believe they go ahead and they take out the horror movies from Salvation Army.
I
I've seen
found the original Mortal Kombat movie, and it was like $1.99. I was like, oh, cool. Pick up the case, open it up. It's just a case. Like,
oh yeah, Goodwill's horrible for that. Yeah, yes, Rob. See, Rob's right. Yeah, we're hunters.
But what's what Professor said? Walmart apparently is taking those scanners out. Now you gotta hunt somebody. You gotta hunt somebody down and go, can you please scan this for me so I know how much it costs?
Really? They took their price scanners out? That was actually a really good service.
Yeah, and now like you see something like how much is this and looking around.
Yeah.
I used to know what all the scanners were. Now I just got to find somebody who would take the time to.
Oh, I didn't know
let
that.
me stop what I'm doing so I can scan this for you.
Looks like they put some ads on some of Charles's videos.
Can you choose the ads?
No, they don't think they do that.
So I don't want any McDonald ads on my videos. Screw McDonald's. Puke McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard today. I was reading today about they're going to be charging people for special sauce, so they can dip their nuggets into it. They're gonna start selling the special.
I don't even want to know what's in the special sauce.
It's Thousand Island. That's what it is. It's Thousand Island dressing.
Oh, ketchup and mayonnaise, basically.
Yeah,
with some seasoning.
Yeah, it's like it's Thousand Island dressing. That's the big secret sauce. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let me get this calendar out real quick. Let me knock that out here before we get out of here. So tomorrow night, I can't believe this, man. It's already gonna be the 14th. We got Echo will be here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Yes, we will have something new to talk about tomorrow. I promise you. On the
Okay.
15th, we have musician Jerry Montano. He played bass for Danzig on two albums and toured with them. Played with them for 3 years. He also was in a band called Destroyer, Hell Yeah, and Nothing Face, and he'll be here on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then on the 16th, we have Rocky Carledge. He's another one of those Ohio filmmakers. We rescheduled Rocky to the 16th. He is one half of the owner of Ghost Walk Films, so he'll be here on the 16th at 8 p.m. Oh, thank you so much, Mystery Tourist. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I wish they would. I wish they would have called their channel though. M&M M&A Mystery Inc. That's because we're Scooby fans. We're so Scoobies.
Oh, I love
Um,
Scooby. Scooby's the bomb. That's what I got.
um,
That's what I think about Velma.
so on Thursday, on the 16th on midnight hour, Galen Howard would be on the midnight hour. Hobbs and the midnight hour crew will be interviewing Galen Howard on the 16th. On the 18th, we will be talking to Hollywood, almost, I want to say royalty almost, and Shannon Vieira. Her family has been there in Hollywood since the very beginning. Her
Ooh.
One of her aunts, great aunts, is Ruby Keeler, who is a legend, a legendary figure. And
Oh, I
she
know
mentioned one
that
other
name.
person. Yes, yes, she's like the Ginger Rogers and Carol Lombard before they got there. Um, and she'll be here at 3 p.m. And her cousin also, she's also related to the gentleman who played Pugly on Addams Family.
Oh,
Kendall,
awesome. The
yeah, I think,
original. The
yeah,
original.
yeah. He passed away not that long ago, like within a year or so ago. He passed
And
away. He's
then
only
and
50
then
years
Wednesday
old.
Adams just passed away.
Yeah, yeah, both kids. Yeah. Lisa Loring passed away at 64. Um, So she'll be here next Saturday at 3 p.m. And then on the 19th, I'll be joined by the professor, and we'll be joined by special guest co-host Kal-El Daly. We will be talking about Beast on the
Superman
19th.
4. Superman 4.
No, hell no, never happened. On the 21st, we will be talking to film director and screenwriter Min Collins. Um, and on the 22nd, we'll be talking to actress producer Ashley Undercuffler will be here. On the 23rd, we'll be talking to another podcaster, a podcaster musician, and Jay Crimson. He'll be here on the 23rd at 8 p.m. On the 25th, I mentioned about the Doomsday Show. So that will be John and Beatrice and Brett Wagner will all be here on Saturday night at 7 p.m. And then at the end of the month, on the 28th of Tuesday, we will have Vale will be here. Cosplayer Vale will be here with us, and we'll be talking all things cosplay. And yeah, it's gonna be a sensational show.
Have you seen
So
some of
what do
these
you got?
videos? Have you seen some of these videos of them showing them making the costumes and stuff?
I don't, I know that I have to go back there and see if she has any of that. I don't know if she has any of that on her channel. I know that she goes shopping for some because she had a bunch of clothes and she had a video of her changing into different costumes. Oh my gosh, she's a chameleon. She's a
They gotta
chameleon.
be. Some of
Yeah.
these people, they would literally like they use a special foam and they have like these heating knives and cutting and gluing, and it's like you're thinking that's not gonna look like it does, and then all of a sudden you see the final product and you're like, holy shit, that looks good.
It really looks good. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to her. I was very excited to talk to Kevin Stone, the metal sculpture. I
Oh,
thought
that
yeah.
I
That's
was
an
looking at
awesome.
like his stuff. I saw the eagle, which looks awesome. The dragon, which blows fire, that's just badass. And then you see the T-Rex they're working on. It's like, holy moly!
And the thing is, though, then when you hear about that guy who commissioned the dragon, and he's just, he's not even it just sounds like it just sounds so wrong. It's just because he has the money. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna have you built that for me, and then I'm just gonna toss it out in the lawn. It's just like,
There,
wow. Do you understand this? It's like when you buy a piece like this, that's why I said, that's why I brought up the Unbreakable scene where, the guy was going to buy a comic book for his 4-year-old kid. Samuel Jackson's like, no, I don't think so. This is not this is not a comic book. It's art. And to hear that, um,
trying to find this guy's name.
You know what? I'm down with that. You know why? Because I'm thinking what we'll do, we can do this. We could do pick out 2 movies that we absolutely trash, and then we'll go up against each other and see which movie gets the worst score. So I'm down
Here's
with that.
here's one for you. If you could interview Tom Shakery.
Let's see.
He used to own a video store, but his claim to fame is 1 minute, I gotta sneeze. He purchased the Green Goblin head from the original Maximum Overdrive, and he restored it. And he goes around touring with this
Right.
big Green Goblin head.
That's right. Yes, he does do that. We will have to hurry up. If I get somebody like them, I have to hurry up and to get him. I won't be able to get him in March because I'm doing the Women in Horror Month. And I can't do them in May because I'm doing Creators Month.
I think, Professor.
I made a Evil Dead Necrocommon book for
right
Halloween.
above that.
Let's see. Yeah, I know. We should do 2 movies we absolutely hate. We should do that. I would love it. That would be fun. All right. You know what, Echo?
Is Superman 4 your least favorite movie?
No. There's movies worse than that. There's movies worse than that, for sure. But I tell you what, though, I think we should go ahead and call it a night. I think we've had a good celebration. I know I did. I'm totally down with everything coming out. We are on our way up to 1100. And Bones, you are right behind me, sir. You will be catching me sooner than later. There's no doubt about my mind about that. Though it is weird about people say, what's the weirdest thing about doing 1,000? It is when I first started and I saw a lot of creators that were way ahead of me. I mean, way ahead of me. Like I didn't have anybody. And then next thing I know, I'm like catching up. And it's a weird sensation for that. It's not competition. It's not, because those people put out some sensational videos. Because I'm not a tech guy. I don't do magic. I don't superimpose my head on cartoons. I don't do any of that. That shit. But I just do meat and potatoes. No fancy tricks. Yeah. But I just, next thing I know, I'm like, up to 1,000. I'm just like, how, it didn't seem very long before I got here. I mean, it did. It was. It'll be 3 years in July, and I hope I'm at 1,500 by July. But we'll see. That's a really ambitious goal, isn't it?
Just do a whole bunch of shorts with the cheetah.
Yes, more cheetah shorts. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow. Me and Echo. We will not be a mirage. We will be here tomorrow. Hey, Sean, how are you? Thank you. I'd like to say congratulations to your Eagles, but they lost. So, I can't do that.
Damn, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Steelers fan. I got to talk shit about the Eagles. But it's all right. It'll be, I can actually see the Eagles and the Bengals next year in the Super Bowl. That's my pick.
You won't see the Seahawks. Just saying.
I will be seeing the Steelers in the Super Bowl in 2 years from now. I'm telling you that right now. 2 years from now, the Steelers will be back and we'll be taking names. Guaranteed. Uh, love you, Sean. I just had to send that out there. No, you know what? He'll probably blow me up now. He'll sit there and say, "All right, I see you. I see you." But tomorrow night we'll be back to me and Echo. This is not a mirage. We will be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and we will be asking Echo a lot of questions. So I'm looking forward to that. And to everybody else who has a loved one or has a girlfriend or a wife or husband or what have you, happy Valentine's Day tomorrow, and make it a good one. And we will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Stay right where you're at, Echo. To the crowd, to the chat. Thank you for coming out, and we will see you tomorrow at 8. Peace.